Hello and welcome to another episode of My Brother Said So.
The show where we study conspiracies and conspiracy theory culture. We're super excited to be here today. As always, I am Joel
Strike
McClure,
them
your host.
down.
This is my brother Ben the Sasquatch. And we're gonna do a pretty good one today. It's gonna be a classic. In fact, it is the oldest conspiracy theory in America. It is the first conspiracy theory I became obsessed with. You know, I've thought a lot over the years about what got me started into this, and I attribute a lot of it to the events of 9/11. However, over time, I started to examine further and further back, and I realized that there were other conspiracies that I got into even before that, such as things like the Titanic or the disappearance of the Limburger baby, things like that. Those are actually conspiracies, and those were interesting to me. So, what we're going to do today is kind of different because it goes way, way back, and it is what happened to the colony of Roanoke Island. Are you familiar at all with the colony of Roanoke Island at all, Ben?
Yes, I am.
Okay, cool. This should be a fun one then. So the island of Roanoke is located in North Carolina. Now we've actually been there. Now you probably might not remember it because you were
Not
like
as
just
much,
a little
no.
kid, but we went there to the Outer Banks because our great grandmother lives in Wilmington, so we've been right near that area, and we've actually been on the island. So it's an interesting place, and I'm battling. Okay, one second.
Okay, sorry. I'm inside. I thought I'm
So, what
coming.
do you remember from North Carolina from when we were kids?
None of it. I
Nothing?
remember,
Okay.
well, okay, that's not true. I remember visiting really cool places, and I remember going to this place with tanks. Not
On the ship.
tanks, like cannons. But I don't really remember much after that. And I also remember, like the stuff we did as a family, of course.
Get
But
in the ship.
as you wish.
All right.
So I know.
Right.
So tell me more about Roanoke. What?
Okay, let's go. So the island of Roanoke is located in North Carolina, as you know, near the Outer Banks, and is the home of our nation's most infamous mystery. A group of British settlers who arrived on the island in 1587 vanished with almost no clue as to what happened to them. To this day, experts and historians have no definitive answers at all to what happened to these people.
Which is kind of crazy.
However, yeah. There are, however, many theories as to what happened to these people. Some believe the colonists were either kidnapped or killed and
we're being
possibly
shot.
taken. Wherefore art thou coming?
Right over there.
All right, so
That bush.
get him.
Oh, I'm down.
Oh shoot! That was quick. Okay, so let's finish the episode. So, so some believe that the people were taken by the local Native American tribe in the area, and the leader of the expedition, John White, left for England shortly after arriving on Roanoke with 115 other people, aiming to return soon after with supplies. colonies. Smith met with many delays and in his attempts to get back to the colony from England, and he wasn't able to return until 1590. Upon his return, he found the colony completely deserted, with all the buildings dismantled and removed, and no signs of battle or struggle. The only clue left behind were the word Crow a Towen carved on a post, and CRO carved into a tree nearby. This has led many to believe that the settlers sought refuge and integrated with the local Croatoan tribe on Hatteras Island to the south. Another theory is that a massacre of the colony by the Spanish, who had destroyed French colony in the South Carolina, had basically in present-day Florida some years before. And these theories basically pose that the colonists froze to death. That was the concept that they basically thought that might have happened, and succumbed to a number of New World disasters. Those are the other theories that, like, maybe they got eaten by wild animals, or, there's a lot of different weird and whacked out theories. The mystery of the lost colony of Roanoke has survived for nearly 430 years with no conclusive evidence as to what became of the 115 souls that vanished in the years between 1587 and 1590. So, do you have any theories about Roanoke Island? I know I have one, and I can actually pinpoint the local native tribe located near there that survived to this day actually have remnants of blue eyes. And they're the only tribe around there that have blue eyes. So my theory is they integrated in with the locals. But do you have any theories as to what happened to Roanoke Island?
I think I honestly love that we're talking about this, because I don't know, if there's no signs of struggle, that would lead to people packing up and leaving. Like, you know what I mean? Like, logically, I'm saying. And I don't know, it's crazy to think about a whole town just boom, gone, like silent overnight, like, oh, it's crazy.
Well, yeah, and this has happened before. We're located, the two towns of both Horseheads and Painted Post are named after an event where they came back and the colony was gone, and there was just a pile of horses and a painted post, like, on the ground, like, you know what I mean? They never found that colony either. So it is interesting when stuff like that happens to just boop, disappear. And that's right near us here in upstate New York. So yeah, that wasn't like the wilds of North Carolina. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
So
right.
although at one time upstate New York was, before the Sullivan Purchase, not to go off on another rant away from the topic, but before the Sullivan Gorham Purchase, like, the upstate New York was kind of a wild land. So whatever. Anyway, yeah, this has been a great episode. As always, if you guys want to gift us anything in the Fortnite shop, you can do that. My name on Fortnite is The Real Erroneous, and Ben's is VidKid 2013. And also, we're looking for people that want to jump on and play, and maybe even discuss a conspiracy theory or two with us. So hit us up.